Okay, good morning, everyone. First of all, this session is being recorded, so we'll be sharing it within the council, but if you don't want your face shown, you want to turn your camera off. Okay, and I'm going to share screen here. Hopefully this works. It's always nerve-wracking.
You can see your slides.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Can you see them?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
All right. Very good. Okay, so as Jack mentioned, Maureen Fiordi and I recently attended the ProLiteracy conference in San Antonio. The conference was on adult education. It was a 2.5-day event. About 350 people attended, representing adult literacy organizations from around the country. And Maureen and I attended the conference primarily to accept an award for the South Bay Literacy Council, but the days consisted of workshops and featured presentations. There were over 100 workshops for us to choose from, and the subjects were varied but all inclusive. They talked about management and leadership, or they provided general information all the way down to real specific how to do certain things in various literacy topics. So most of the workshops were about 1 hour long, and Maureen and I decided to split up during the day. Our strategy was to attend as many workshops as we could, and we were successful in attending about 24 workshops. The one workshop we attended together was entitled 5.5 Tips to a Great Presentation. So armed with that information, we decided that we would each present our favorite workshop at this conference to you. Unfortunately, Maureen had to go to Hawaii, poor thing, and so you're stuck with me. And then I had the decision whether to present Maureen's information as well as mine, or just mine, and I decided on the latter. I think Maureen will do her workshops more justice than I ever would even consider doing, and so she'll present hers in the future at some future session, and I hope you will attend because her workshops were interesting. So today we'll give you a little information about the ProLiteracy organization, present the award. I'll give you my 2 takeaways on my favorite workshops, offer some conclusions, and ask me questions anytime. This is not formal. All right, so what's ProLiteracy? It's the largest adult literacy and basic education membership organization in the nation, and it believes that a strong society starts with an educated adult population. It was created in 2002 with the merger of Laubach Literacy International and Literacy Volunteers of America, and the merger provided more educational opportunities and expanded national network and new international initiatives. Ruth Colvin started Literacy Volunteers of America. She is currently 104 years old. Unfortunately, she could not come to the San Antonio conference, but she provided a video, and that was presented at the conference. And I don't have a copy of that video, but I do have this one, and I'm going to show it to you. She looks exactly the same, and the message is very similar.
I'm Ruth Colvin, the founder of Literacy Volunteers of America, which is now ProLiteracy. And I can't believe a life without reading. That's when I heard that there were thousands of people right in my own city, Syracuse, that could read. I knew something had to be done about it. And that's how I started it in 1962. We are now across the I'm 101 years old now, and I've been a volunteer right from the beginning. In fact, all of our volunteers, I say, are important to us. When I tell them how important they are, I say, I can't afford you, but you're willing to give some of your life to help someone else, and that's what I've been doing. I probably taught hundreds, who knows. I'm still teaching a woman from Sudan right now. Literacy is important to me because I believe people can't read when they're adult. It's not that they're dumb, and usually they're very smart, because being able to cope without reading would be very difficult for me. Imagine driving a car. You can't read the signs. You could have an accident easily When it says no parking or no right turn, no left turn, you do it. What if you couldn't read the prescription when a doctor gave it to save a child's life? What if you couldn't read the directions on a recipe or on groceries when you buy them? You know. So it's important to live a life with reading. That's why I'm helping you. Your health is important. But tutors for kids also changing their lives. Because as you're learning another culture, you're learning someone of a different educational background. It'll change your life. You understand more of the world's problems and of the local problems, and you can pass that on to your children as well. I say, take the best training you can get, because you're changing another. But remember, in the process, you are learning, because all of a sudden, a new skill. If you're a parent, you may want to help your child with school, even though you're not a teacher. If you have someone else in the family that needs help, you can help them. Or having people go abroad and do mission work once they've got the skill of learning to read to write. So it's a new skill for you, but it'll also make you appreciate your own education. Change your life as well as change the life of a student.
So isn't she amazing? That gives you inspiration to live a little bit longer. She was Ruth Colvin was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2006 for her work in literacy, and the award was presented by President George W. Bush. And then there's Dr. Frank Laubach, who started Laubach Literacy International. He's known for his missionary work and for each one, teach one method. And there's a short video here with his son describing Dad. I'm not going to show the entire video.
My dad, Frank Laubach, was known about something called each one, teach one. How did that start? One time, a dato, that is a village chief in the Philippines, said, I did not pay when I learned how to read, but I can pay if I go and teach somebody else. And he said, he picked up a big crease like this, and he said, if they do not teach others, teach one or die. Well, my father thought, that's a good motto, but drop the old die part immediately. So that's where each one, teach one began.
So the South Bay Literacy Council started as a Laubach organization in 1981. And we still have a lot of the Laubach materials around, Laubach Way to Reading, Laubach Way to English, and I think Marianne is still using Laubach materials when she assesses students. The materials are still being published, and while I think they're a little dated, they're still very effective. And the South Bay Literacy Council is a member of ProLiteracy. We have been for well over 20 years. I really honestly don't know how long, but the membership dues are $99 a year.